Welcome back, everyone. Drake Hawkins with you again, and we're back into EU4. This is our Pax Romana, our attempt at Roman peace. And by peace, I mean peace by force of arms. The typical way peace is always achieved in the world, right? Right. Okay, so last episode we did unpeaceful things. Like vassalizing Mantua. They are now enraged at us, outraged, whatever. Forced vassalization's big nasty negative. Ferrera and Urbino here are both relatively friendly with it. We still have the negatives for the forced vassalization, but that will be a while in coming. We can get the improved relations, let's see, with Ferrera, it can go up another, 64 points. That'll get us to 174, and in the meantime it'll probably drop because of the was at war and the aggressive expansion and the forced vassalizes. I think those three, one more year, actually it's going to drop right away, so we'll gain 2, 3, 6, 7 points there. Should be close to the 190. We might have to do some gifting to our buddies. Similarly over here, about the same actually, almost exactly the same, maybe 10 points difference. So we'll probably have to do some gifting. We can't do the marriage, which is an unfortunate deal, being a republic, but all is well. We last episode I think we changed rulers, didn't we? Is he gone? Yeah, we've changed rulers. We're now using a military one. We're at 82 Republican tradition. I think we might give a couple flips of dudes before we start with one, unless we find somebody who's got like epic ability. An entrepreneur is great, but not that spectacular. We have a few spots that we have claims on. Not that we're going to act on any of those claims at this point, because that would be catastrophic. Because of this fancy thing right down here called a coalition. We don't want to form. Right now, the most annoyed are basically our immediate neighbors and Mantua, who we've beaten to a pulp. And said, thanks for being our friends forever. Speaking of friends, we also have, we can get rid of that, truces will expire, blah blah blah. The Papal States truce and the Venice truce are legitimate, 66 and 70 respectively, not a big deal there. Too many diplomatic relations? Yes, this is true. We have too many diplomatic relations. We're only getting 4 per month. We have 427 or not. I gotta remember not to spend any points here. We have no institution negatives. We're 7 years ahead of time, so we're definitely not going to spend any Diplo points. We have ideas that are military. We can go ahead and spend on that when we get there. And admin, I think I want to keep a hold of, because right now admin points is about getting more coring if we do take a war. We're not really going to. Maybe we'll see about that. We might spend on admin, but not for another 7 years. Liberty desires something. Ignore that one. Liberty desires something we want to keep an eye on. We're at Mantuan is 91%. Ferreran and Urbanese are at 60s and so on. Who wants to hire us? Nuremberg. Goodbye, Nuremberg. Not interested. Fleet. How you doing? Barks. You need to separate off and get back to work. So go ahead and protect trade in the Genoa trade node, and then we have these guys who can, let's separate off these ships, head to Pisa, and then we should have you guys. And you're going to go, actually, you're gonna hunt pirates in Genoa, and you're also going to, only light ships can be built for trade and privateer missions. Really? But you can do the privateer missions? Why don't you head over here and let me see what we can do. Go with Pisa, and let's go ahead, and I want to actually spend a few coins and build. I have no sailors? I have no sailors. Okay, so I can't build more. We lose sailors very rapidly to the raids, and they were definitely raiding away while we were busy. Well, we was fighting. Speaking of fighting, what do we got for troop count? 12 and 2. We could go to 15. I think we probably should. And then maybe reduce our military spending. Let's drop our military spending to about half. I don't want it all the way down, because that could be catastrophic if something bad happened fast. State maintenance is a thing. Our fort is active. Informed that Siena has accepted an offer of Austria as a free city. Okay, well that's unfortunate. That's going to tick off Yeah, that's going to really tick off Austria when we take Siena, isn't it? We're never going to be able to vassalize them that way because they're a member of the Empire. Although after the Shadow Kingdom thing, I think that's what it's called, the Italian changes happen, Siena might not remain. And if they don't, they're ours. And if they do, they'll be ours, but later. The Holy Roman Empire is again Austrian, the Maximilian I of Austria. Excellent. Oh, he's enacted the first imperial reform. Let's have a look at that. That is beautiful. The first imperial reform, let's close that, does construction cost and development cost for emperor and members. Gives Casus Belli a non-member holding territory. Oh, excellent. So the emperor can now go to war against somebody who is a non-member who holds member territory. Let's go ahead and find that map mode, the Imperial map mode. Okay, so they did take back the Imperial territories, all of them. That's interesting. This over here seems to be what's going on here. This province is part of the Empire. It is subject of Provence, whose capital, Provence, is not in the Empire. This is Burgundian turf. Yeah, Burgundy owns a lot of stuff that is messing with the Imperial authority. This is owned by Teutonic Order. Yeah, so there's a few provinces that they can now gobble up if they so desire. Let's keep the clock ticking here. I got a few buildings going on, a marketplace and a church. Those are lovely. I love the building tall option we've got here with these vassalizations, but it will chew through Diplo points like crazy. Have we touched anything in the Age of Discovery? Oh yeah, we sure do. We're 400 or 730 points. We could do a golden age right now. Morale of armies, morale of navies, all power costs reduced, goods produced increased, maximum absolutism. No, I think we'll leave that for a much later era. Yeah, not thinking we'll get any more of these, but we could get some effects going here. How long does the Age of Discovery go? It is 1460. 10 years after Protestantism starts. So we got quite a while, I think, before we... I'm pretty sure we got quite a while before any of that started. End of Discovery Age is going to happen. How are we doing there? 64 and 59 for the relations. Wouldn't hurt to give gifts maybe at this point. I don't know. Our diplomats are chugging away there though. It's improving things. Another 50-ish points to each of them can be tallied up. I will actually mothball this to save us a few coins. Seems to be that we're in an okay position. 353 now from our trade. Loving it. That's basically our whole profit margin. Heresy! One of our advisors argued with the bishop during the last banquet, and now the church has sent an inquisitor to question the advisor about their ideas. You could spend your influence to defend them, or bow to the church to gain the papal benevolence. Well, Father, your will be done. I don't think we're going to... Ooh, maybe. No, inquisitors are of no use to us right now. Clergy gaining loyalty and gaining papal influence. Natural scientist advisor dies. Or gain 50 admin power. Clergy loses 10 loyalty, currently at 50, which wouldn't bother, and we lose some papal influence. Well, I think I'll take the free goodies, thanks. Yeah, clergy loyalty is tanked a little from that, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. Send an emissary to the Pope, increasing... we could pay them off if it got bad, but it's not. So I don't really care about that. Trier, Cologne, Frankfurt. No, thank you. 64 and 59. Still not making them any happier. This is not okay. So, why is my mouse so hyperactive? There we go. Subjects. I want to see what's going on with our subjects. No focus on to decide their own strategy. And Tua needs to listen to me about strategy. Listen, buddy. You need to siege when I tell you to go to war. Okay. Oh, it shows the amount of regiments. Our army has 15 regiments. Subject nation that has greater army than the overlord will feel they're inclined towards rebellion. Feel more inclined towards rebellion. Alright, Oh, idea groups available. Military idea. I can purchase an ability with Splendor. Yay! Aggressive expansion impact minus 10%. Yes, please? This one is an unrest modifier. Allow claim on bordering claims. Oh, that's interesting. So you could kind of claim something, say, back here. If I had this claim, I could claim there, even though I couldn't normally. I like that. Free war taxes. Every time we get in a fight, we get more money. Our capital is on what? That might be useful, the combat bonus. Our capital is on hills. So combat bonus, that might be one we want to spend later. Basically, war taxes is important, and then administrative combat terrain. Adaptive combat terrain, rather. That's not of use. That's not really important. I don't use much cavalry. Subject of subject. Transfer subjects. Half cost transferring of subjects and allows claim border claim. I kind of like that. So I think we'll go with the justified wars, the aggressive expansion. That would have been nice to have earlier, but still not bad. We do get 7 per month. So it's a long ways before we'll get another one, but we should be able to get maybe one more or so. Buffer to end of the age. We can get manpower recovery. Then reduce regiment costs. I like this. This is going to be technology cost reduction rather, and idea cost reduction when we get there. Still ahead of time. Yeah, still 5 years ahead of time. So this one, and then probably another military tech. Actually, another tech idea for military idea, and then another military tech, because the next military, or the next idea will reduce our next tech, all of our next techs by 5. The expired influence is now 40, down 10%. No problem. Doop-a-doop-doop-doo. Running along on full 5 speed here, because there's not a lot to do right now. I think we've... What's going on with the naval? Currently we gain 5 each month and use 11 sailors on missions. Yeah. That's awkward. So... yeah, not ideal. Losing sailors like mad. What can we do about that? Is there a building we can build? Building. I want to build a building that improves sailors. Local sailor modifier plus 50%. Diplomatic technology 6. Not gonna happen yet. Marketplace is available to be built. That is some cash, but I think we'll leave a buffer for some cash here. I think it would be ill-advised to run off and spend all our coin at this point. I usually do, but that's probably not wise. Especially not when we've ticked off so many people and we have 3 vassals that are likely less than eager to jump to our aid in a time of war. Oh, this fleet is not actually doing anything, is it? Hunt pirates, please, in Genoa. La 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 la. What does that do with our sailor supply? Well, it didn't seem to change it. Okay, Lucca has accepted the offer to become a free city. Okay, so we got Siena as a free city and Lucca as a free city, so they're relatively independent at this point. They're not really going to be... I don't think they're going to go aggro either. Like Siena tried to take out the Pope, which was funny, and he failed because he sat here for like 30 years. Regency? Former consort now rules... Oh! Oh no, wait. Naples is still under Aragon. Aragon is allied with Hungary, France, and Savoy. They are really friendly with me, which is actually pretty decent. Wouldn't mind allying them. Probably not worth it right now because we have a ton of allies already. Venetian Milanese trade problems. Lucca is no longer a republic, they're the free city. Aragon is no longer considered a great power. Alright. Foreign plots. Oh no. Lose 10 Republican tradition and gain some money, or lose a stability. I think I'll keep the points, thank you, and we'll just lose a bit of Republican tradition, which of course we're going to be recycling our leader. We're not going to keep this leader for a while. 61, 90, 56. I don't feel like those are changing in any way, shape, or form. So how do we improve that? What's going on with these points? Trust is negative, opinion is working, diplomatic reputation's not great, their development and the... Oh, great. I don't know if I can improve that. This is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Relative power to all vassals, 94.4%, is a plus 78. Development... We gotta get these guys below, so probably some sort of action here when it's time. Is it already time? Can we already, like, start converting them? Well, I could give gifts, and we could look into... shoot, what is it? I need this, and I need to check Annex Vassal. It is past the date for them, and it's past the date for them. Okay, so let's see how many we got left. We got 13 and 17. We'll let them finish burning that up. It's now January 1st, so it does the drop. So all relations should adjust now. Yeah. Force vassalized and aggressive expansion is down in both. We get 11 points left to gain there, and we've got 14 points left to gain there. 15. 15, 11. I don't know why it's 15. It should be 14. But that's fine. Whatever. Liberty Desire 60 and 54. That's a little better. We may have to do some placating of rulers and the like to see about improving things with these guys. They're so close to done. Another... What are you gaining every month? I don't know. You're sitting at 11 there. What's this tech? Which tech can we do? Admin. Do we dump the admin tech? No, not yet. Certainly not. No. Yeah, 4 years ahead of time. Jeepers. We're already 4 years ahead of time. We could get 14 or 15 years ahead of time doing that. Whew. I'm still getting the bonus, though, from being ahead of time, so thanks. We'll leave it at that. Election time. We're not going to keep you, sir. Sorry. We are in military training mode, so we're going to keep a military candidate. And let's see what we have for a military leader in you. Oh my gosh. A 2521 general. Well, you'll be helping us protect the place for the next few years. And if we're in a war, we're definitely keeping you. You'll, like, maintain the Republic, control the Republic just by pure force of arms. That's never hurt Rome before, right? No. Never. Tactical genius. Leader manpower maneuver +1. Does that actually improve his manpower maneuver? I'm confused. No, it doesn't affect anything. It just maybe the next dudes that we get will be improved. That's alright. Okay, so Urbino's 3 and 7. Give it a couple more months and they will be ready to tune out. We should get them. I'm hoping to get them started before the... he just hired some more dudes. Before the end of the month. I don't want them to keep hiring. That's causing problems. More cav? Maybe? No? I don't know. We have no sailors, but we could hire another... We could hire a few more troops. That'll put us over manpower. How's our cash flow? 321. Not terrible. Do we have any loans? We do not have any loans. Well, that's good. I think that might have just messed with the overall... It was 70.8, it's now 72. I mean, the effective relative power has changed. We can recall the diplomat from Urbino, and he can go ahead and give some gifts. Send gift. 25, there you go. 50 dinar. No, not dinar. Ducats. Wrong game. Noble ally with foreign powers. Nobility loses loyalty. Florence gains diplomatic insult casus belli against Lucca and loses 33. Lose 15 prestige and gain nobility loyalty. Well, I'd rather do that than lose a bunch of power. Power points. Whoa, succession war. Milanese succession war between Provence and Savoy. Who's what? Huh? Who? What? Savoy, you are now what? You are the succession war. Savoy declared war on Provence. Oh, Provence. What did you just gain control of? Allied to France. Lorraine. Milanese succession war. Does that mean Milan has ownership of somebody? What? I'm confused. Defender against Savoy in the Milanese succession war, but you don't have any ownership of anybody. Allied with Aragon. War with Provence, Lorraine, Milan, and France. War with Savoy. Savoy, goodbye. Goodbye, Savoy, you're dead. Royal marriage in Burgundy and Aragon. I don't know. I don't know what caused that war. I didn't catch it. Oh, you know what? I can see that right there. Savoy's gone to war with Provence. The old king of Milan willed that his throne should be passed to Provence on the event of his death. However, Savoy claims the old king was not sound in mind. He should have gotten thrown to Milan. What the heck? But Milan's not in a... I'm confused. Look, there's no succession. Nobody's got a hold of them. I don't know. I don't know how that caused something. New monarch. Rose to the throne. Maybe it's the Ambrosia Republic thing? I don't know. Formed union. Milan became a lesser partner under Provence, but they're not. Like, they're just not. There's no lesser partner going on here. I'm so confused. Oh, they did, and then they formed an Ambrosia Republic. That must have been what happened. Switzerland have set Milan as a rival. Well, that's unfortunate. The Pope doesn't like Milan either. I kind of like Milan. You can be an Ambrosian Republic. That's a great republic, by the way. Morale of armies. Maximum absolutism is not as bad as my maximum absolutism. Where is it? Come on. No, that's not what I'm looking for here. A republic, please. Theirs is 20. What is our maximum absolutism issue? Where is it? This one. Minus 50 for the republic that we have. Interesting. Well, we're going to have to see how that turns out next episode. Going to get into figuring out these guys, sending some gifts around places, making people's happy. Let's send a gift to them too. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, they want 75 bucks to be happified. Well, we'll see how that does for here 53 and 59. I could no, placate local rulers. We lose 20 prestige. Liberty desire drops by 10%. Liberty desire increase with it. I want liberty desire down, please. Anything that would drop liberty desire? No, I don't think so. You guys. Grant province, grant core, placate ruler. Ferrera I need down, but maybe I should just go with Urbino. Can I get them both? If I up my military, maybe I can. Alright, well, we'll check that out in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Other good stuff popping up here for you on the channel. And, yeah, like it if you did, and as always, I'll see you in game.